Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
Yeah, this I don't even know, bruh. A dope podcast promoting all black business. Shed light on real topics, gotta get these millions. Give back to the culture, doing something different. Everybody tuned in, this is a new beginning. New platform.
Yo, what's good, world? You tuned into the I Don't Even Know, Bro podcast with your host, King God, and your other host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
What's good, bro? How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
Yeah, man, same here, bro. Happy Black History Month, as they say, man. You know, the month of February, the shortest month of the year.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet, man. What do you think about it, bro? I mean, you know, it always come around. I think it's been coming around since the 70s, I say. But I think it's a joke if you ask me, as far as why are we celebrating 1 month as Black History Month? I just don't understand it. I never understood it because what's the other 11 months? Is that White History Month? Because I just don't get it. You know, I never understood it. And then with Black History Month, they only celebrate or tell you about certain people. You know, they don't dig too deep into who you know, everybody when it comes to Black History Month. I represent Black History Month every month though. You know, that's just me. So I think, you know, it's cool to celebrate. It's cool to know who, you know, the origins of it, and if you're gonna really speak it and really tell people about it, I think it's cool, man. But other than that, I really think it's I don't get it. I never really celebrated it. You know, I guess other than in school, because it's pretty much was required to celebrate it in school. You know, other than that, I ain't never understood Black History Month, because it's like, why are we just talking about, you know, 1 month and we're gonna just celebrate Black people? I just don't understand it. The only thing I don't like about it is I be seeing some people be like, oh man, I'm gonna just buy from nothing but Black companies, Black businesses. I'm gonna just support Black businesses all month. If you got Black businesses, let me know. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, bro, why you ain't been supporting the whole year? That what gets me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I never did understand it, but hey, it is what it is, man. If you celebrate it, keep celebrating. If you don't, I definitely understand why.
Let me ask you a question before I say my piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been thinking about this topic for a couple of days, you know, before we started doing this show. And I was like, man, is it to make us just say, here, y'all got a month, y'all chill, be happy with that? Do you feel like that might be the government's intent to say, hey man, we gave y'all a damn month, so y'all chill, man. Go celebrate y'all history. That's what y'all want to do.
But that's a lot of things that they do, bro. They give us a little crumb so we can stay, you know, shut up, shut your mouth. Here you go, be quiet. They've been doing that for the longest, man. But I think President Ford, the one that created the month for Black History, like 1976, I want to say. But just to acknowledge a couple of people, man. So like Dr. Carter Woodson, and it was somebody else too. But I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think it's the same like everything else they do. You know, when it comes to the black people, man, because it's like you want to give us a month, you want to give us a holiday, but what's up with the anti-black bill?
Hey man, look, this is the thing. This is how I look at it. I feel that the way United States give holidays is to just appease the people that so-called went, like they acknowledge y'all went through something. We don't owe you nothing, but we gonna acknowledge that y'all been through something. You understand what I mean? Like, we understand it was hard for you guys, but we gonna tell everybody, hey, this month here is y'all month, you know. But at the same time, we ain't gonna give you nothing for it. We ain't gonna hold corporations that made money off of cotton and sugar and tobacco accountable to pay the families of ex-slaves and not even just ex-slave, ex-workers, period. So I think what the government good at doing, and I'm not no politician at all, but the government good at giving people that done been through stuff that the United States done put them through happy holidays. Hispanic, they got Hispanic Heritage Month. You got Women's Suffrage Month, or whatever the case may be. The Asians, Chinese people got Chinese holiday. Like, the only people that ain't got no holidays, they don't have a white man history month. You ever notice that? You know why? Because they the ones that giving out the months. They the ones that giving out the holidays.
You just create stuff.
Exactly. So why would somebody create something to make somebody else happy? It's because I did something and I have to make you happy enough for you to forget to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it.
And also too though, bro, we accept that type of stuff too.
No, case in point, Grammys, Oscars. You seen what Killer Mike just won? Shout out to Killer Mike, won 3 Grammys, and right, then they come.
So before we get to that, what's important to a Black history to you though?
What's important to Black history to me?
Yeah, the Black History Month, as far as the month goes, not just Black history and all. Because I think Black history is very, very important. I think it needs to be taught in the household, and we need to continue speaking on the people that invented pretty much everything out here. We built this country pretty much. So it's kind of like the important thing to know about our history. That's the important thing about it. But just to have a month and just celebrate a month, I think that's just a slap in the face.
Exactly. So I don't dislike Black History Month, because to me that's kind of like blasphemous. Especially seeing my kids come home from school and my son Noah just like, such and such, she was the first Black woman in space, and what am I supposed to say? They ain't teach you about Marcus Garvey. They ain't teach you about Nat Turner.
I do.
No. But what I'm saying is, even at those young ages, yeah, you tell them, but you don't kill their spirit. Because sometimes you can kill people, you can kill kids' spirits, bro, by being so forceful and so don't listen to what they say. I'm big on having multiple educations in real life, not just school education, but they gonna teach you something, and you're gonna learn something from the street, and you're gonna learn something from the house. That's just what it is. I'm not opposed to Black History Month. I just get tired of the same old people that get put in our face and say, they was great. All the athletes, the actors, yeah, okay, I know them, I love them. Thank you for everything that you accomplished. But these are the ones that the jobs, like, what I'm saying, when the jobs celebrate Black History Month, they just put the Muhammad Ali's up in front of you, on pictures. We celebrate Black History Month. We give y'all some food and stuff. And the older people appreciate it a lot. But, you get some of us younger.
Bro. They be feeding y'all.
I don't work several jobs, and it's the same thing. Yeah, and it's like, I can't hold them accountable so much because they just doing what they doing because it's a job, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at the totality of it, it's like, you separate me from the group to give me a pat on the back for something y'all don't really respect anyway. You understand what I mean? It's like Martin Luther King Day. Most people they don't care 2 cents about no Martin Luther King Day, but guess what? That day they take off, they gonna plan a holiday with it. You know what I'm saying? That's their holiday. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's just something to be like, here, y'all shut up, and this for y'all. Put it in your pocket, like grandma say. Don't tell your mom and put it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Spend it later. So that's how I look at like Black History Month. I don't look at it like a super bad thing, but when you know, You understand what I mean? When you know, you know. But I think Black History Month, as like being in February, is eventually gonna go extinct in all these holidays that are so-called appeasing people or whatever. Because I think more and more Black people, from what I see, if you're not gonna teach it in our schools like it's supposed to be taught, if you're not gonna let us talk about it and teach our kids and teach our neighbors and stuff the right way without being policed, then why should we even have a Black History Month? You know what I'm saying? We might as well treat it like the Underground Railroad and do it on the low. You know, that way we can really tell the real, not tell, I have a dream speech all the time. That, to me, that's basically you softening the holiday. You know what I'm saying? When you do it like that, you basically telling all of us need to get along, which in totality we do, but at the end of the day, you ain't telling us the real. Tell us the real about, Black History Month, and let us celebrate. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a month, not even the one with the most days. So, I am Black history, and that's what we got to push into the kids and everything else. Is like, okay, yeah, the government says Black History Month, but you Black history. Every day you wake up, you Black history. You feel me? So that's how I look at it. I'm not against it, but I don't care for it.
Yeah, me either, man. Like I said, I ain't against it either, man. But I think it's a joke. Either way it goes. But like I said, hey, it's cool, man. I appreciate it, man.
But I'm not knocking nobody that celebrated.
Oh no, man.
And I ain't judging nobody that don't.
Yeah, just like Juneteenth. Hey, give us a holiday, bro. All we're gonna do is barbecue anyway. Shit. That's what we do, bro. But hey, go back to what you were saying about Killer Mike, man. As far as like they'll let you come to the table, but they'll just give you crumbs. Pretty much.
Yeah. Killer Mike won 3 Grammys. Basically got walked out of handcuffs on like the biggest night of his personal career, right? And it don't affect them as much as it affect people like us. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll look at that and like, man, you done took the man off the highest stage he can be on professionally in front of the world. And then for a misdemeanor, now if you would have went and murked somebody,
but it was a citizen arrest also. Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And he was conscious enough and responsible enough, and I say that with all due respect, to go with them and handle his business without causing a scene, without acting a fool, and without giving them a real reason to pop him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because first of all, citizen's arrest, bro. A normal guy ain't finna go for that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that normal guy, that citizen's arrest from a misdemeanor to 10 years in prison because you done hit an officer or so-called security that, he part-time as security, but he really an undercover officer. Now you sitting in jail because you done beat somebody up that never really told you his profession. But I say all that to say this. Grammys, Oscars, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, everything that is supposed to be inclusive to every race, everybody, woman, man, child, artist, or whatever the case may be, I don't think it's for us. I think,
but it ain't, bro.
Okay, so this is the way I look at it. I look at it like we are so ingrained to reach a certain goal that we see others reach that we think that we done made it once we hit that goal. You understand what I mean? And to be honest, me personally, I'd rather be liked by my people, not just my people, but like my family, people from back home. I'd rather them be like, man, I remember that little boy right there, and now he grew up to be a good man. Then everybody in the world that really don't know me, and then I'm still going back, not being respected. Like think about this: the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Isley Brothers. It took them forever to get in there. You know, you got the Patti LaBelle's, you got the Gladys Knights, L. Cool J's. You got all these people that still living. You know, and some of them in, but see how long it took them to get in. And Eminem is my favorite, one of my favorite rappers ever. But listen, they got him in within 10 years of him not making a record. So it's like, why do we value these institutions that don't value us as much as we value the so-called reward? Because, you know, after you get a Grammy or something, and I never won nothing like that. You understand what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what's the difference between a Grammy and a Soul Train Music Award? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I was gonna say. Bro. We don't value our awards. No, we have the BET awards and the hip hop awards and this and that, man. And everybody think it's a joke. Well, some people take it serious. People think it's good, but I think it's all a joke, bro. I mean, awards, period, bro. All that stuff is opinionated, anyways. I mean, it ain't like they racing, bro. Ain't, you know what I'm saying? They going on one-on-one.
But you know, I think the setup is different too, because you know, with okay, so with a Grammys or Oscar, or whatever the case may be, you know, the rules might be out there. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. You got to dress like this, you got to dress like that. You know, when we have certain things, well, I ain't gonna say certain things. Like if you see the hip hop awards, okay, it's hip hop. You come as you are basically, but you still got to have a sense of integrity, a sense of, hey man, let me look a certain kind of way because I have people counting on me. I got people looking at me. You know, I tell my oldest kids all the time.
But that's material. I mean, that's just a material though, bro. That's just the way you looking, bro. I mean, like.
Not just the way. No. I'm not saying the way you just looking, the way you carrying yourself. It's a difference. I can look at a person all day, and they can be, you know, all the way down, clean cut, whatever. But if their mannerisms and the way they acting is thrown off, then that's gonna throw everything off. So it ain't just the materialistic part of it.
Saying the way you acting in, because I mean, like you said,
that's what I'm saying.
The BT Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, there's always something going on.
There's always something going. Even back in the day when they had the Source Awards, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Ozone Awards, like we forget about the Ozone Awards when we was little. You know, Ozone Awards used to be, you know, somebody always getting in something, and it's like, why we always gotta have that type of thing? And I understand why a lot of us shied away from that, because it's like as soon as you go to them places, you get in trouble. It's like going to the club. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna happen. But I feel like if we can not police it, I hate to use that word, police it, but if we can structure things in a different way, then we can value stuff differently. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really seen a bad, a lot of acting out on a Soul Train Music Award. The ones that I have seen.
Right.
I seen it's class, you know, people loving on each other, stuff like that. And I will
NAACP.
Yeah. I want to see that. I want to see that more in our face. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that helps not raise people, but that helps put images in young kids' minds. Like, okay, you can be dignified. You ain't gotta be, you know, on the interview smoking weed. You know that. Come on, now. Even though you do your thing, you ain't got see.
I mean, is that frowned upon?
It is frowned upon when you got little kids looking at you.
I mean, they drink wine on TV. They drink a beer on TV. I mean,
it's different visuals though. Wine can be called juice. They don't know that, but they can smell smoke. They can see smoke. Bro, listen. I'm raising kids that think NBA YoungBoy is the greatest of all time. He taking pictures with 18 pills in his mouth.
Right, but that's different.
No. It's no difference in that. That's
different because from marijuana though, bro. You talking about
no. It's the image. It's the perception of you can't do nothing without, like, this is the epitome of being cool. That's how they perceive it. I didn't want to wear bandanas until I seen Juvenile and Master P and them wearing it. So guess what? I'm starting to wear bandana. I ain't never been in a gang in my life. So it's whether we want to think it's not a big deal or not, it ain't a big deal to almost 40-year-olds. It's a big deal to kids. You know, I got an 11-year-old that he do the dances and he talking about so you ever slid on somebody? This is what my son asked me, I ever slid on somebody. Is that normal? That's what people do, son? You know what sliding mean? I said, no, but I seen somebody get killed in prison, a couple people, for so-called sliding on the outside. I said, don't start talking like them. Don't start doing all that. Don't start, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying is like, we have to value what we put out there also. We can't sit here and bash what the other people do to us if we do the same to us, period. You know what I'm saying? It's an image. It is an image. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't want my son to be following somebody that sit there with a pill bottle laying down with 18 pills coming out of his mouth because they gonna think it's cool. But they don't understand what an overdose really is until it happens. You understand what I mean? So why should we put them on a pedestal like, okay, it's weed? We don't know we don't know if it's weed or not. They might be smoking bookers, you know, crack and weed. We don't know. What I'm saying is, why put that out there? If you're gonna do it, but don't put that out there because it's somebody's child looking at you and thinking that shit cool. It ain't cool. It ain't cool at all. It ain't.
Is that the same thing as having like a Budweiser commercial?
No. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you something.
I just don't get the whole, because I don't see marijuana being a bad image.
I'm not saying marijuana. I'm not just saying marijuana, but
yeah, I see about the other drugs and everything too, like the hard drugs and stuff. Yeah, I mean, we looking
at.
But
who knows the difference between marijuana and anything else when you just sitting here looking at them on camera? We just automatically assume that. We do.
I mean, if they represent it like Snoop Dogg, bro. I've been watching Snoop Dogg for years.
Okay.
He built his whole career just straight marijuana, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
okay, but Snoop already done told you he ain't never made songs for kids. He never portrayed himself to be for the children. You understand what I mean?
Who really making songs for kids? That's
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Other than, I mean, because we don't listen to grown ups. They Jeezy and T.I. and all them.
So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this, because I'm feeling like you're more trying to advocate for the marijuana than for the image of especially Black men to show a better image to our kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying not to smoke and do drugs. I ain't telling you not to smoke crack. I'm just saying certain shit you don't do on the camera because you have people following you. You whether you want to believe it or not, you put yourself in a position to put yourself out here in this world. And you ain't got to be a role model per se, but it's somebody looking at you. And it ain't your job to raise my kids. But when it's in the open and you doing it and you thinking it's cool and it's cute and this and that, it's.
Would you say that's the same thing as what they speaking about in the music then? You ain't got
huh?
Like you ain't got to show it as far as the visual of it, but it'll be the same thing as them speaking the same thing in the music.
Yeah.
Like I'm popping but he ain't showing it, but he actually talking about it. That's like, you know, when we were listening to Jeezy, he was talking about selling dope. Shit, I want to sell dope too.
But one thing about Jeezy, what he used to do, he tell about selling dope, but he'll tell you the downfalls and who caught time and this and that.
So that's where I'm with it with you, bro. I understand that part. So they glorify the bad part about it, but they ain't telling you the other side of it. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna pop pills, I'm gonna drink lean, but you don't know my buddy just popped a fake perk. Now he did. You ain't telling, you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't telling the other side of it, which that's what they need to do. That's why
all I'm saying is this
era as far as the hip hop goes.
All I'm saying is this, man. We know what the council look like, and we know how council start. And if we sit back and say, man, there ain't nothing wrong with doing that, it's okay. Sooner or later, there's something wrong with doing that, man. You know, I don't care if you're smoking a cigarette, you smoke. It's the image. It's the image. I'm not saying don't smoke weed. I don't care what you do on your personal time. But when you put yourself in front of them cameras and that TV, I know everybody got an image, but as Black men, I can only speak for men. It's like, let's think about this. You know what I'm saying? The only people that listen, really buy my music is white people and women, right? But the people that really listen to my music and go out there and do something is Black boys for the most part. And guess who get in trouble? Guess who die the most? Us. And you know why? Because I want to be like NBA. I want to be like Dirt. I want to be like that. They don't want to say it because it ain't cool for them to say they want to be like something, but they imitate it. They imitate what they see. Then they imitate what they see. Then they tie it in with what they hear. And now you got a whole monster over here that ain't from the suburbs, ain't never known no gang shit. But guess what? He in the gang and don't even know he in the gang because he done blessed himself in the gang, listen to this music and trying to be like this person. And all I'm saying is we need better representation. You know what I'm saying? We just need better representation, like a Killer Mike. Killer Mike with
it's a lot of people out there repping good visuals out there, like you're saying. But I mean,
it is. But that's all I'm saying is it's hard. It's hard to say we want to do Black history, we want a strong culture, we want this and that, but then we accept the bullshit that the other side do. You know what I'm saying? Like the other side, like the other Black people do. Hey, listen, man, we gotta separate. You either gonna be with the bullshit or you gonna be with the progressive shit. It ain't no middle ground, dog. It can't be a middle ground because it's a lack of differences. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a lack of I don't know how to say it. I want land, I want house, I want my kids to grow, I want to see grandkids grow. I want the so-called American dream. You want to live free, you want to be YOLO, you want to do all the drugs in the world, you want to hit all the girls in the world, and that's cool. That's what you want to do. That's your life. Cool, go live that. But listen, don't come over here making it toxic for the people that don't want that. Everybody don't want that. All Black people don't live like that. And that's the difference. We got to separate ourselves. Black people got to separate themselves from the niggas. I don't care what nobody say. And I ain't trying to say the N-word all the time, but that's what we have to do. I can't speak for the white people, the Asian people, the Spanish people, or none of that when it comes to my community. All I got to say is if you know somebody doing ignorant shit and they ain't bringing nothing good to the table, or they might be doing something good as far as monetary wise, paying and taking care of the community, but you go back out there and you still put that image out, like that's stupid. Standing on business to me is being square all the way down. Like I ain't gonna be two-faced. I ain't gonna be one way over here and be one way over there. Mm-hmm. For what? And we continuously give our people in our community a pass because they in our community or because they look like us. If you know better, you do better. And if you don't do better because you know better, then you don't want better. You don't want better for nobody. You selfish. You know what I'm saying? That boy took a picture with a whole bunch of pills in his mouth, and my child come to me with it on the phone. And it ain't even on no regular site. It's on a regular it's on YouTube Kids. You understand what I mean? So we can put all the stipulations in progress to keep them from watching certain things, but they still gonna find their way to find these kind of people. And my whole thing is, why do we celebrate these folks, man? We got so many other people we can celebrate. Many, man.
That's what I'm saying. But that's our job to show our kids is these different type of people. I guess that's what Black History Month is for.
It is. But
I
guess my beef is
because in their mind they can look at NBA YoungBoy as Black History Month.
But what? Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We can't say you saying why, but these young guys just listen to music, man. They like the music.
No,
bro.
I mean, I understand. I was there.
I
was there with the TIs, the Boots.
The only thing with this generation, this era of music is these are drug users. We was more on the hustle side. So, you know what I'm saying? We were thinking about, okay, we can get money, you can take care of your family that way, which is still was bad the way they was getting the money. But at the same time, these guys talking about drug uses and killing each other and doing this and doing that. You know, that's the only separation from us. But I mean, you had someone was talking that talk too, bro.
No. And I'm not saying there ain't no general. I mean, this stuff been going on since the 60s and 70s with heroin there. But what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. When are us responsible people in our community gonna say, look, we need to stop shining light on these bad guys or these guys?
But we doing that now though.
We're doing that, but I'm just saying in general, because see, I'm not gonna justify what these young boys do no more. You feel me? Because you know better. Yeah, I understand circumstances. If you coming from nothing and you gotta make it how you make it, I understand. No judgment on that. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of us that's doing well. It's a lot of people. If you can pay a cell phone bill, you can work a remote job. You can get it out the mud any kind of way you can. It ain't just gotta be with robbing somebody that work a hard job, work a 9 to 5. It ain't gotta be selling dope. But I mean, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. But this is my thing. That should not never be glorified. If you know better, you do better. I didn't know about all that stuff growing up as much as, you know, I put it like this. I knew that selling drugs was bad. I knew smoking weed was frowned upon, right? Mm-hmm. So what would I do? I ain't finna do it in front of everybody, period. Right. You know why? Because guess what? Because somebody gonna look at me and be like, man, that's a good, respectable young man. That man right there, I can count on him, da. And that's what I'm saying. It's the image. It's how people view you. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? And when I can't give my sons a good role model outside of me and his uncle and his granddaddy, mm-hmm. then what is the purpose of me even having cable and phones and everything else? Because these boys out here that doing this stupid shit is raising them. And we need to call them out. You understand what I mean? But I know we way off the subject of Black history, but it's a part of Black history too. It's like
Black history, bro.
It's like, bro. How can we sit here and say we love each other and we love our history, we love all this, and then in March, when March come, you know, and now it's 2-3 more rappers and got killed in prison, and they doing this and they doing that, and you understand what I mean? It's like it's backwards. All of it backwards, and I know I'm talking in different spots, but if you sit back and think about it and be like, man, we really jacked up. We really jacked up because we glorify the bullshit. We don't glorify the guy that just got on the back of the trash truck, went in this cold ass weather to take all this trash just to go home, take a shower, spend some time with his folks. Knowing his kid go to school and they probably talking about his kid, dad a trash man. But guess what? He making a living for his family. He don't know how hard his daddy working. You understand what I mean? We don't glorify being a real man. We glorify being a punk. We think it's cool to be a punk. You know what I'm saying?
A real nigga.
Yeah, a real nigga. Cause I ain't one. I don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I thought I did at one time in my life, but I don't meet them categories. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real man at the end of the day. So,
but it's stages to it though. You know, like you said, like we was at that stage when we were younger. You know, it's all about growth. The only thing.
And let me say this. Let me say one thing, bro. And I'm not blaming the NBA young boys and the young rappers and stuff like. I'm not blaming them. I'm disappointed in them, but I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at their handlers, the people that put them on screen, the people that if I post a picture, they gonna send my picture gonna be out 1 billion more times because these streaming services, these social media sites, everybody gonna tie into that. They ain't saying nothing about that man taking care of his kids and they They ain't saying, oh, he might need mental health. Somebody need to come talk to him, man, because he asking for help, man. This man basically telling him, I'm gonna kill myself with these pills in my mouth. You understand what I mean? So I'm not black. I'm not bashing my brothers at all. I just want us to be smarter and the real to be a real man. To the hardest shit in the world is to do the shit that you know it ain't easy and still be accomplished and still have the motivation in life to say I'm still gonna be good even when it's bad. You understand what I mean? It's easy to be a so-called bad guy, thug or whatever. It's easy. You ain't gotta do nothing.
Right.
You ain't gotta do nothing. So I ain't bashing them. I don't want people to think I'm, oh man, he always bashing brothers and stuff. I don't give a damn what nobody think. You know, it is what it is. But I want it to be known that, you know, they can do better. Cause always somebody looking at them. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James is probably the best example of a famous black man that we probably ever had. Him, you know what I'm saying? Like a Denzel Washington type, those type of guys. But you never, ever, they will never get the credit they supposed to get. We always trying to find something to bash LeBron James, bash Kyrie Irving, bash our people, Chadwick Boseman. That man was dying of cancer, God bless the dead. And the first thing, oh man, he got AIDS, he on crack, he on this and that. You understand what I mean? Black men are never right until we dead. We are never the heroes of anything until we die. Then everybody recollect and say, man, he was right. He was real. He was this, he was that. But we ain't never the heroes. The only time we become the heroes after we dead. And that's it. And and we gotta change that narrative.
Right. But what I'll say as far as the Black History Month goes, man, I'll just challenge everybody to just go and just do some research on somebody that you never heard of, you know, and dive deep into what they had to go through and how they were successful. And that's what I like to do, because the school ain't gonna teach you but what they want to teach you, but I just, because that's what I did last week. I was like, man, let me look up and like who did this, who did that, because a lot of these inventions was created from us.
So many.
Black males and females, man. So I just challenge everybody to do that, man. If you're gonna celebrate Black History Month, celebrate it as far as learning something new, as far as where we came from and where we're going from there, like what happened from the beginning to where it at now. So other than that, you got any?
Yeah, and I also challenge people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different races, whatever the case may be, to learn about different ethnicities and histories and stuff like that too. We should know each other's history. That's the problem with America, period. We don't respect each other's history because we don't know each other's history other than all the bad stuff. You understand what I mean? I work around a bunch of white folks, and I can't sit here, I don't care what nobody say, I can't sit here and just be mad at them all day for something they wasn't taught either. You understand? They ain't just teach us. They just didn't teach us. They didn't teach a lot of people. You understand what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel if people are genuine, they'll genuinely want to learn who you are. Just like I want to learn who they are, because all our life we've been learning about their history. So they should learn about our history, but they should learn it from a place where they're not being blamed for everything either. Not them, but their granddaddies and shit, they can be blamed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being real. But at the same time, sometimes we gotta stop looking for a fight and sometimes we just gotta talk it out and see where that go. And if it don't go the way it's supposed to go, then you gotta handle your business. But you gotta make steps first, man. That's all I say. Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. Yeah, man. I think it was good conversation. Black History Month. You know, I'm sure it's gonna keep going for a long time, man. So, like I said, man, just learn as much as you can and continue learning, not just on Black History Month, just 1 month, just throughout the year, man. 365, and we gotta grow on that too, man. So, hey, once again, we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bruh podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know.
One.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in.
I don't need no, I don't need